Good morning to all of you. Let's tour my garden. So here are these are the Japanese. These are the Japanese jade here. It's beautiful. I set it up high because this needs to be cascading. See. So this plant here. So this plant here has been here for about 4 years. It have lived through the hot and the cold element. So last cold element really took a big chunk out of the plant. So I cut it off. And then here I have my grapes. I have my first yearlings, which is the very fine white grapes. Okay? And then I made, of course, I started the. So I made this trellis. I made this trellis and this homemade. Everything is homemade here. It's very organic. So I I built this not long ago. So and now I'm watering my plant. What I want to do is to show you how lovely this jasmine is. Look. So this is the first time that I'm having this jasmine. It has this beautiful bunch. Well, typically the flower is have singly flowers in this fashion. See it? Well, this one had a twin. It has twin. So you never know what the nature will do for you. And this is a Duke of Tuscany that I am proudly present to you, and it had year-round yielding of these beautiful flowers. So it's doing so well this year. I see that I have encountered some bug and pests here, and I don't mind. I share with them, you know. If it's edible to them, it's edible for them, then I go right here. So this one right here had triplet here, had triplet flows. But these right here that I'm watchful. This one I'm watchful right here because look at it. I counted. It had about 18. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It had 18 blossoms. I might have to tie it down because when it get too big, when it growing bigger, this might collapse and broke. What I do to these plants are to give them like at least a daily watering because it's in such a harsh environment and really arid and dry in Las Vegas. I know it's a mess back there because I got my garden tools and everything down that way, and I lay all this so that the dog part won't get hot when it get hot because it's all pebbles. So I haven't cleaned up backyard since, and I have Mina over there. She's so yeah. When it rains and it gets sticky back here, and I lay all these boxes so that way the little part won't get hurt. Well, here's an interesting plant also. I think it related to onion family. And so it has these big bulbs here. Yeah. It had this baby here. The long stem of flower will come, and then it give this bulbs here. And look, hold on, where am I? Hold on, where am I? Yeah, right here. This little pearl here. It'll grow. As you can see, that I always have some new plant coming right here. So I'm gonna put it back in here. So growing, having garden, it's like having a little kid. You know, you have to care for it. Sorry, I have the air conditioning unit running. So here is an interesting plant. Okay, this is called the mother of thousand. The mother of thousand. You have all kind of baby. See all the babies here along the leaves here. No, so these are the babies here. Yeah, right here. See that? Interesting, right? I mean, so the baby will fall everywhere. Ever the baby land, it'll give a new plant. And then as you see that there's plenty. And then of course it had this long stem. So I have this for about 4 years now, and the mother plant died. So these are the baby that had grown. Yeah. So then now you have, so that's why they call the mother of thousand, because of course she produced such a beautiful offspring of the leaves. And so it does need constant nourishment. So I give them regular fertilizer, and here's the baby fall off, and I just put them back in the pot. Sorry, out here sniffling because I'm allergic to the nature also. But every time I'm out here, oh, I think I overwatered that one. So I just want to show you how big the blossom of this jasmine. Look, it's pretty big, right? It's pretty big. It's beautiful, and it smells so sweet. It's so sweet because that's just the nature of jasmine. Yeah, it had such a beautiful fragrance. I think the perfume department, I mean the company, do use all this fragrance or the aroma to make perfume. So here's my champaga. It was yielding so pretty well. I have one more blossom coming here. I was harvesting. I had about 30 of this coming a couple months ago, and I'm not sure what causes this. Might be overheat because all this new leaf is affected. So I see I have new branches coming, and I'm trying to trim off all this here to allow the new growth coming. Look, I had new growth here, and I stripped the leaves. So you see the new branches coming here. So next year I might do the air cut. I might do the air cut on this branch here, because this type of plant is very rare and quite expensive. Therefore, I'm trying to explore new options, how I'm gonna be able to expand my plants. Okay, so I want another tree or two or so. I'm gonna allow this branch to get mature. The mature looking plant was looking a little tarnished, a little and antiquities, you know, got a little bump, a little square here and there. Oops, let me remove the water over here so I can water it over evenly. So when I Sorry, let me finish what I'm saying first. And then once I do air cut to propagate this, I will have new plants. Yeah, hopefully that it'll do well and survive. So I learned a few techniques how to do air cut properly. So hopefully that Champaka would be happy with me if I do the air cut and propagate and replenish my plant. Okay, so I cover this so that way when the sun projects on here, it does not overheat my pot here. If it does overheat, then it overheat the roots and cause the decay and cause the slow grow and the withers and the dehydrations. So same thing with human. You know, we in the hot too long, we get thirst and we get thirst. So same thing for plant. We want to give that same amount of attention. Sometimes a lot of attention than human because I'm sorry. Because let me put you back. Because human does require the air, the food, nutrients, love, and attention, right? Same thing for plant. Plant. Sometimes I feel that plant need more attention than human. At least have human able to walk and get their own food and water. Plant, no, plant can't walk. Though they said that there's some plant that moving plant, and I'm still have not yet to discover walking plant yet. So I give all the plant quite a bit of attention. Here I have I started with this beautiful mother plant from California. This is the, believe it or not, this is the dragon fruit plants. Okay, I got it from California. It was a big plant, big plant that produced a lot of fruits. And in the course, it started about October. By December, we got plenty of dragon fruit. But then, for some reason, it didn't do well in Las Vegas. One by one, it died, and then I cut the branches off, and I just restarted in this little bowl here, and look, it started rooting. Okay? So this is easy way to propagate your what you call this dragon fruits. Okay, it's easy. Just cut off the branch and then leave in the water. I got this for about 3 weeks in this bowl here, and it came from a big pot over here. It didn't do well, so I decided, you know what, I'm tired, and I give my best care, and you see, and it still do me no good. So it started a new leaves here. So if you go to your friend's house and they had a whole bunch of this, you ask for a branch, just have a cut, and then that's it. I start just one cut from Long Beach, California, where there's plenty of this growing in my cousin's backyard, and they're doing crazy. They said that they have to eliminate it, cut it, and throw it away. So I got just one branch like this, and it took me about a whole year. And you know, the way I have this, I just like pay attention and been looking at it daily. I'm like, when is this gonna grow? When is this gonna grow? And then finally, about 6 month time, and I started seeing new plant like this. And this is where the beginning of my journey with the dragon fruit. So you see that all the new roots are coming. I might start a new pot, then we can do that together, okay? And then I have all this you know, I like papaya, ripened papaya, and then I ate, and I left some seed in the pot, and then it started growing too many in my pot here that I don't want any kind of, you see that? See what I'm talking about? I got all that there. I don't want it to grow on my jasmine. It'll disturb and take all the nutrient from my plant. So then I pluck it out, and I still have a whole bunch here. I pluck it out from this pot here and give a new space over there. I have to plant it somewhere. And ta-da! Hey boy, go get it. Oh dang. Oh that. Look at him, he tried to get his toy. So this is their cubicle here. I keep on this side so that way I only have a little mess to clean after them. I love this pet, so to keep them healthy and physically active, so I give them this cubicle here. This is there from here on and out. I have to put barricader. I like to visit on the other side, and I don't want to have to clean after them. And then here I have my hummingbird feed, and I need to get some more. Well, I need to make some more sugar for them here. Okay. And of course, I have to lift up this pomegranate here. It's she's coming. She's like to share with my neighbor, so she's bringing her fruit over on the other side of my neighbor, and it's getting big. Look, getting big. I gotta say that it's doing really well this year. But let me tell you about this plant here. This plant is about 4 years old. When I moved here, this grew from the seeds. Okay, so I also have, and then she grew quick. Look how tall she is. The pomegranate grow really well under any condition. That's what I learned. And then when she was growing, and we faced severe storms, so when the storm come, the plant was like swiping back and forth, and it give it an illusion of scratchy look. So as you see that, she's very generous. She's ready to share with a neighbor. So as you see that, I don't have many plants on my side of fence, but of course, I got a lot of plants on my neighbor's fence, which mean that she's generous and she's willing to share her fruits with that neighbor. Okay, so I'm talking about I'm watching this bunch here. I'm gonna probably have to tie her up to the mother plant to avoid her collapsing. She will collapse, and I will have to do that soon before I lose her, because I want to come back and show you the beauty of it. I don't know how big she's gonna get, but thus far she may not get big as this here. Why? Because she's congested. She's too crowded. She won't have room to do all that unless she's expand this way. And then I had it before. I have at least when I was in California, it was doing well. So I have about 10 of this blossom in one branch, and she did really well. And here I think all of them gonna bloom at the same time. And this is the mother. This is the mother flower here. She seemed to be the dominant of the dominant size of the family. So I have like a fir leaf here, and sick and sad, I trim it. And this is like a 4-year-old out here, is not doing me nothing good. So I trim it. So with this right here, I have to split her baby. I want her to grow that way. I don't want her to be more bushy. And then I braid this when she was little. And so when they get bigger, I will have this intertwined beautiful tree. And I should have done more, but then it got too big for me to bend it. So here where I have my, let's go underground with me here, okay? So all this plant I transport from California. So, it's bountiful, the land of agriculture community. So I brought with me dirt from California, and here we go. Well, I have a whole bunch of earthworm here. Sometimes they're a lot more, like in hundreds, because the weather's been so hot, and I think they came out here and munch on yeah. So you see that so many of them down here. So that's why I have to keep the earth moist to keep all my beautiful earthworm here. So I have a lot of poly, and before it's only a few of them over the course of time. They're happy here with me. Look at the earthworm there. So a whole bunch of them like that, and I keep feeding them, give them the food, the nutrient they need. And that's why I don't like pesticide or nothing that to minimize anything. If I could share fruit and vegetable with birds, bees, and bugs, I do, because at the end, they're living creature, and I don't like to build karma with anything that breathe air like us. So here, that's on the bottom of my grapes here. This grape here was here when we bought the property, so probably 4 or 5 years old at least. But I'm a proud mother because this year I have grandbaby here. So she's not getting very big. I think she's getting ripened right here. So again, I mean, it does not substitute my grocery, but then at least it's the pleasure and the joy of having something that you created. I'm sorry, I didn't have makeup on this morning, so I mean, of course, when you're out farming, you putting on makeup is like ridiculous. Right? But I'm not ready yet. I woke up in the morning and have my yoga going already. So I'm here. This is my second step in the morning routine, and that's the reason I have to wake up quite early in the morning to catch all the beauty of the earth that offered. So I do that. So I put barricaded just to give them some shade here and there. I probably need another umbrella. So this is a sandbag. So I have Duke Tuscany and Arabian jasmine. So here are the blossom of the this is called sandbag. Is another what you call this? Another rare species. Okay, so she had a blossom here and quite a few. So I have 4 here, 6, 7 blossom, and it's gonna come in full blooms. And 7 is a new plant. I have a new plant here, so I have to watch for the incline grow. So this one right here, this plant right here is a challenge. Okay, I mean I don't have problem with the other plants. It grow relatively well, but this sandbag here, it create a lot of headache for me. I mean, I give the same amount of loving care and nurture and the soil and stuff like that, but I still encounter this difficulty of them surviving, and you see that the leaf is kind of yellowish and some part are green, and the part of yellowish is the part where I'm concerned about. So I'm trying to find out what's wrong with it. I might need some more fertilizer for I don't know, I mean, like I said, taking care of a plant just like taking care of a little kid. You just need a lot of tender care. So here we go, my other pots of jasmine here. This is called this is single petals. Here, sorry, let me clean the lens. It had single petals. I mean, not single petal. It had single layer petals, and it smelled the same. Duke Tuscany, the Duke Tuscany. This is the Arabian jasmine, and then the sandbag. It had the same fragrance, that sweet perfume of God kind of fragrance. It just beautiful. It heals when you smell these type of plants. You can feel it inside here. And then of course I don't cover my window because I allow my plant to grow in there. I have Japanese begonia growing in the money tree, and then the rubber plant here. Well, not rubber plant, it's a begonia, I think. But I got that for birthday about 5 years ago. Now it's pretty tall. I might bring her out here and give her a new home. I have to make that transition smoothly because she's a house plant. When you bring a house plant into the harsh environment, that will go in a big shock, and sometimes it'll kill the plant. So I have to be very careful about that too, not to kill my plant. Sometimes some plants are more sentimental. I mean, all plants are sentimental, but sometimes some of the plants that I have in the house, it had history of my earning it. Either I get it for birthday, Mother's Day, or any kind of loving day, for my kids and my family. So so I take pride in I take pride in having them in my possessions. My next curiosity is toward this. This is my family. All my friend gave it give a name by Hawaiian lilies, and it's supposed to give me this beautiful magical blossom. So far it's been with me a good 6 years, and she hasn't done nothing for me yet. Okay, but patiently on this day when she decided to give me that production, or she might be boys, I don't know, but I got her from a plant that was plentiful of flowers, but she's not doing anything for me. So this is my jujubee trees. It's she she was too skinny to stand up tall. Okay, I mean she's striving, she's growing about maybe 20 feet tall, and then when the weather beat, she decided that, well, she can't stand tall, then she have to come down in almost a 90-degree angle. You know, every tree will just like flow along with the magnitude of the storm. If the storm keep flowing from this distant, this side of Earth, then this is where the plant would like lean toward, stooping down toward the directions of the storm flowing forward. And so, and I have a crown of flowers. She's striving, she's coming, and I have this species with the green flower here, and this one right here, I think she died. I'm not sure, but then at the same token, she still have blossoming. I might have to cut her and restart her, give her new roots, and of course, when I feed them with other fruits, it gave me this, all this. This is papaya tree. I have about 10 in this pot. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave it alone. It's gonna die when the winter comes anyway, so it's useless. So let's go back to this part of my garden here where I constantly nurture for, and this is another part of the crown of flowers. And I want your attention to you is this lovely pot here. This is called cattail, monkey tail. I can't remember the nouns for it, but it had beautiful bright yellow flowers. Cactus flower. It's related to the cactus family. So I move her around. She was in front of the house, and my grandchildren keep bouncing and rubbing and broke the pot. So I repot, give her a bigger pot, and then she's doing relatively well. She loved it back here. She's striving and giving a lot of babies here. So here are the seedling here. So this seedling here, I can grow this, okay? I can put it into new pot, and where her baby fall. This is the mother plant here. So she's about 2 feet tall, 2 feet long, okay? So she's doing really well out here in the backyard, and these branches fall off. I regrow her. This is the Japanese jade. Very easy. Cut it and then regrow it. And this is the baby that I'm talking about. It fell off from here and onto here, so it grew. And then this is the. When I was in California, this grows so well. This is called the starfish cactus. Okay? It had no thorn, though it looks spiky, but it doesn't poke like this. Her needle is just like in millions. So she's coming really well this year. I'm striving with her, so I had a new pot growing here, the star cactus. Of course, and I got papaya growing everywhere. I think this might be lychee or loquat plant. I can't remember exactly what seed I throw in there. And I have lemon tree. She's doing real well. A lot of lemons. And then in my cooking show, I often mention the kaffir trees. Yeah. So let's go back and trying to analyze the demise of. Let me bring my hose over here because I need to water that also. Okay, my only understanding with this comparison between the well-being and the health of my kaffir trees is probably this is out in open This one she received partial shade from this big tree here, and I believe it have to do with the ground also, because with this tree right here, her root is right over here, so neutralize the soil. I think the soil might have too much sulfate or salt, because this used to be the bottom of the sea or lake, so the water, I mean the soil is not fit for most plant. So then you see the well-being of my fir leaf is that this one right here is lusciously green. So I use this in my cooking a whole lot. Okay, so so I'm proud of her because she's striving. I also put her in intensive care, and I also cut down the other plant here. It was conjoined. I have 4 or 5 plants all together, so I cut her down, and I see that by cutting her down, she started new growth here, which I like. I see that there's new life coming, and I might do that for this plant also. Strip this part down because this part are not doing too well, and allow them to concentrate new growth. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so and then let me introduce to you the rest of my garden. And for those who don't know what this is, I don't know what that is either, but my son-in-law brought it from a camping trip, and yeah, I think it was given a bot, I'm not sure, but he brought it in the sprinter. So this right here, I need to repot her. This is the Hawaiian passion. So I think I was out here doing the other context where this was the heirlooms peach tree I had. I usually have peach by now, but then she died. I took a long trip to Asia, and when I come back, she decided to unalive, and by not having sick and sad looking at her skeleton, and I didn't remove her, so I replenished with this loving plant here, Hawaiian passion fruit. So I have not seen the flowers nor the fruit yet, but she's ascending. She wanted to. I might make a trellis for her to climb along this brick wall here, but then in afternoon sun is scorchy, and I don't know whether she's gonna be able to live in that type of environment. But if she's trained to do so, I think she will. But then as you see that she had a lot of new branches coming. See all this right here. So I'm trying to attach her to this branch and allow her to survive and make her own comfortable resting place. Not resting. I'm sorry, not resting. Her home, okay, out of this dead peach tree here. Okay, so she's doing good right now. I'm proud of her. I have to repot her. So here's the plant here. It's getting pretty big. It's about the size of my thumb. So I have 3 plants. Okay, big one, and then this one, and then the one that was driving. So she went up to the top right here, and I also have my river tamarind. This one is Cambodian and Thai, well over the country. Tropical plant. Okay, it's edible. It had a good probiotic, medicinal. I use it for my salad. It does not smell very pleasant. It has this strong pungent smell. It's not good for your breath. If you eat this, you have to like take care of your mouth, rinsing really well. But other than that, this fruit right here had a lot of seed inside. That potting looking like that. Okay, with this potting right here, this is too early. In about another week time, I will harvest it and split it open, and I can use this seed in the cooking. And I'll probably have to show you how it's done when when these are ready to consume. Okay, I mean this is too early, the pot is too young. So, and then the young plant is right here. I can use this as salad. I can make dipping sauce and then consume this regularly. And this right here, like I said, it had pungent, strong pungent smell. Other than that, it doesn't have flavor, but it's good for digestive system. It's good to help with the probiotic if you get stuck with your internal uncomfort. And you eat a whole bunch of this, you just go number two quickly, like, ooh, you can't even have control over it, right? So that's where I'm at. My backyard where I do my yoga is some of my equipment still attached onto it. I'm gonna turn off the water right now. I think I'm done with watering. Oop, but I have to move this. No, I still have in the front yard. I want to show you what I have in the front yard. Some of the urban spices that I use in my cooking. But I have to transfer these hose. Because I only have one hose attached to the backyard here. So I have to transport it back and forth. And the reason I do that, I wanted to have physical movement when I do watering in the backyard. Front yard, what have I? I don't try to make my life any more comfortable, because comfortable life is what bring us sickness, okay? So I don't want to make it more comfortable for me. So I put a lot of impediment in between, so that way if I have to drag, I know my backyard is beautiful with kid toys, and this is where they enjoy themselves out here. I still have the patio furniture cover because the storm is severe and real here. So you keep everything under cover. And let me show you what I have in the front yard. I have, let me water this river tamarind first. So in my front yard, I have my son-in-law. He have this bird of paradise and elephant ear and a few other plants here. He loves plant also, you know, but he doesn't have a lot of time to take care of it. And then, of course, striving. This is the green, what do you call this, crown of flowers, and I don't have a name for this plant, but it's edible. And of course, I pick up all the seedlings here from the mother plant. The mother plant is here. Oh, I have my water lily, but she's submerged. I changed the water for her. So this is the mother, well, this is not the mother plant. This is the plant I collect from all the dropping and all the injured pieces. And this cactus here, it's been here for a while, but she's not doing well at first. And I have her in the front door here, and she loves it. And then, of course, then I haven't seen her blossom yet, but she's covered with this white fur. Beautiful. And right here, it's easy. This plant right here, I don't have a name for it because when I have this plant, I don't even have a name for. But I think she's about, what? I'm 5'2", so this is about what? Probably about 10 feet tall. It's very spiky. Look at that. No. The things about it is so spiky and it pokes like crazy. And when the piece fall off, I just put it back on earth and she grows. So easy. This is so easy to grow. What I have in mind is that I'm going to strip it all off down to here and regrow a whole bunch of this in the big pot. My intention having you here is to show you a few plants that I have. Sorry. That I use regularly in my cooking. Okay, let's go explore them with me. Let me bring the water so I can water it here. It does that all the time. Yeah. let me share with you what I have that I use it regularly in my cooking. Sorry. Yeah. So this is lemongrass. I know. It's not doing well. That's what I'm telling you is that when we brought this from California, the family made a big plant, already established plant, right? And so we started consuming it by cutting it. So this every plant that we cut supposed to replenish with new growth like that, right? This is the baby here. There's the mother. But I'm not sure, normally in the right environment, it'll grow really nice, but here it didn't grow very nice, so that's disappointing also. So it's under constant care and watering regularly and care for just about anything else. So this is another plant another herbs that I like to share with you when I cook. Some of the spices dish, the Khmer or the Thai, this is called the holy basil. This is the other kind of holy basil. This one right here, the plant is pretty aging. So she's been with my sister's house for a long time. She finally gave it up to me. So you can tell by the texture of her trunk that she's a veteran. She's been here a while. And her trunk has been trimmed many times. So you can see that it's been cut and trimmed. So I trim her once, no twice when I have her. This is the second year. So she's thriving really well and give me plenty of leaves that I can use in my stir fries or spicy dishes that I make, like sour soup or any of the dishes that I make. When I refer to the holy basil, this is what I'm talking about. And it had this beautiful aroma. It had that authentic, almost like curry-like aroma. Very, very nice aroma. And of course, I have another pomegranate tree that was brought from California. So I might give this away to my sweetheart because I already have a few in the backyard. So this is the curry trees that I was mentioning a couple of days ago, and it had some seed growing already, and she's about maybe 12, 15 feet tall, consider in the pot. So this is the curry tree where they mix and blend with other spices to make curry, and then I make curry soup out of it, okay? And you can smell it. It smells so delicious. It had a curry smell. And so this is so I have 3 kind of spices in the front yard. I have lemongrass, I have holy basil, and then the curry plants. So this is what we use in most of my cooking, okay? Lemongrass, like good morning, hello to you, beautiful, let's be kind. And then the holy basil. And then I can smell it, the curry leaves, the curry plants. Yeah. Okay. And then this is called nagri. Nagri is one of the plants that is prohibited in a lot of societies because nagri referring to a beautiful damsel that work in the evening. So it's almost like it's prohibited. But I don't care. Okay, I don't work in the night. At night, I'm a YouTuber, content creator, so I don't worry about that. So I came out here and trimmed her late winter, and to give her a new look. So I haven't had her blossom yet. My sister has her other mother plant, and she had beautiful blossom, small streak of plant dangling from her branches. Okay. So she's doing good. I haven't seen the blossom, so I might not get it, or I will. Maybe she's too early for. But overall, I just love having all this herbs and spices in the back front yard wherever it survives. So when I do cook, then when I said let me go pick my lemongrass, one day when I have plenty. And the holy basil. This is what I use in a lot of hot and spicy dishes. Okay, this when I refer to holy basil, this is what I'm talking about. And there's another type of holy basil, which is the typical holy basil, smaller plant. But this plant grow in the big, considerable amount of. Oh, someone had returned. Hi, beautiful.
Hello.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
My daughter just got back from her 3-day weekend over Lake Tahoe. The house is really nice and quiet. So today I won't have that nice and quiet. The grandkids will be here. They're off school, so great to have them back home. So that's what I need. All this plant need is constant care, nurtures, and I give them regular fertilizer and almost daily watering because they're in the pot and arid and dry. If I don't water in 2 days, it's getting pretty intensive, and then I have to nurse them back to life and like slow drip to get them like a really soaking wet on the soil to bring them back to life. And like this tree right here is so sensitive to. Oh, look who I have! Hi, look beautiful. How was the trip?
Good.
Oh,
I got a necklace and
you do.
a Lake Tahoe.
Oh my goodness! This is a Rennie, the one that like cooking in the kitchen with me. Welcome home, sweet love. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Wow. Did you get a lot of tan?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the whole clans are here. So I'm gonna enjoy cooking with you, with all these beautiful kids running around, laughing, sticking their tongue, and what do you call it? Bombing my videos. Sometimes I use them to help with the use as a cameraman. You know, I mean, family love, and I love that environment. Families are everything to me. Make a lot of sacrifice for. You know. And some of these plants thriving, and my son-in-law grew this, but then it didn't. This palm right here. So he replaced it with lady finger here. He's coming. Yeah. And then the crown of flower, I think she removed it from upstairs bedroom. And I have this snake plant here also. And then I have the spider plant. It's doing really well here. I have a big bush going. And then the bird of paradise. And then she brought some houseplant back here when she cannot keep it alive. She will bring it out here. She know that I'll care for it when it's out here. So this is the elephant ears. It's doing well. Yeah. It's not a taro. The taro had similar leaves. I can tell the difference between the taros and the regular elephant ears. They have different textures in the leaves and they're functional. So here I have picked a few here of the spider plant here. I have a green one, and then I have this striped one here. So these are good for a house plant, and you just hang it. They are hanging kind of type of plant because the long stem of flowers needs to be hanging, and you see beautiful plant growing right there. And that you can cut it off and put into soil and watch them grow. Yeah. So that's what we add. And this bird of paradise or lady fingers is thriving. I have not seen the flower yet, but one day when it's happy and mature enough to grow into beautiful flowers. Okay. I still have some baby palms here because once you have palm tree, it's gonna start spreading everywhere the leaves. I mean not leaves. The seed falls. You will have palm tree everywhere. So, as I mentioned in my previous videos, that I have arch this river tamarind down this way, because what I learned about the river tamarind is fragile. Okay? It's breakable. It breaks easily, and because she has such a skinny trunk, you know, that she's getting mature. As you can see that she's aging also. I have her in the pot for a couple years, and then finally when we move here, I have her in on the ground about 4 years now, going on the 5th year. So she's growing really well. Yeah, and that's why I have all these fruits here, you know, a whole bunch of fruits. And I arch her down to about 6-degree angle and tie her to this plant here. Hopefully that she's not uproot this plant here. So I wanted to train her coming down, that way if we wanted to harvest this, I can reach it. The last time when I harvested this last year, before I arch her down, I have to get a tall stair ladders to get to the top to harvest her. So now I don't have to do that, right? All I do is get a tall chair and able to do that. So I missed the peach tree, but I put her into good use. I arched down my river tamarind. I may release her, I may not. If I release her, she will go back to horizontal. I want her vertically going down slope, easy to harvest her. All right, so I've been out here long enough. I appreciate your time being here with me. I have a few things that I like to do today and see how busy my kitchen would be. I wanted to make dessert, also something that I like to share with you. Also, we'll see how it goes today when everything incorporate in my family. See how it goes, because the kids just got home. I want them to have a sense of being home first, and I might be cooking in another kitchen, but we'll see. But I appreciate being here for me, and have a great day where you're at. Thank you for being here, right? Thank you. Love to you.